Ballots for the November election hit the mail at the end of the week, and the closest congressional race in the state is likely going to be in Adams and Weld counties, the 8th congressional district. The candidates debate here tomorrow night at 6. Tonight, politics guy Marshall Zellinger shows us why that race is so close.
Independent fact checkers.
You will see 4 political ads for the 8th congressional district by the end of next.
Yadira, Caraveo.
2 supporting Democratic Congresswoman Yadira Caraveo.
I'm Gabe Evans.
2 supporting Republican challenger Gabe Evans. It is likely to be a toss-up seat that could help determine the balance of power in the U.S. House. Let's start with the voter makeup of Congressional District 8. It covers parts of Adams and Weld counties and a sliver of Larimer County. Congressional District 8 is the state's closest by voter registration. 50% of voters are unaffiliated. A quarter of them are Democrats. 23% are Republicans, and 1% are Libertarian. Here is why that Libertarian population is important. In 2022, Caraveo beat Republican challenger Barb Kirkmeyer by 1,600 votes. The Libertarian candidate that year,
my campaign really was just to meet the disenfranchised people.
metal band sound guy Dan Ward, received 9,200 votes. This year, Libertarian candidates agreed to drop out of races if the Republican would sign a pledge to advocate for their values. Evans signed this watered-down version last month, and the Libertarian candidate in Congressional District 8 dropped out and endorsed Evans. The watered-down version of the pledge is full of issues that Republicans already support anyway, but if Libertarian voters follow the endorsement of their former candidate, it could be enough to sway the election. The anti-Caraveo ads that you will see during Next will focus on fentanyl. As we've mentioned in a previous truth test, in 2019, Caraveo was one of most Democrats to reduce the penalty for small amounts of fentanyl possession to a misdemeanor while she was a state lawmaker. She did not defelonize all fentanyl-related charges, and in 2022, she joined other Democrats in making possession of small amounts of fentanyl a felony again. The anti-Evans ads will try to link him to Congresswoman Lauren Boebert and say he wants to ban abortion. His current stance is that he would not support a national ban on abortion, something that he would possibly have a vote on, Kyle, if he were elected to Congress.
And when we look at this race, Caraveo has a huge cash advantage. There's possibly more national cash coming in for Evans, but it's getting an intense focus that, say, you mentioned Lauren Boebert's race, right? That race is not, because she has such an enormous Republican edge in her district.
Correct. And when you look at the pie chart and the voter registration, that's why you see so many political ads. $3 million, I believe, is what, about that much is what Yadira Caraveo herself has in her campaign fund. It's about $500,000 for Gabe Evans, but then you talk about the national money, and that's almost an endless supply of cash, which is why the Evans ads against Caraveo are mainly paid for from the national crews that have more money.
All right, Marshall, thank you.